folks. Welcome to the SmackDown podcast, your one-stop shop for... Oh, you get it by now, man. We love to talk WWE and AEW. We recap them, all the main shows. We do predictions on the pay-per-views. It's Kyle here, like always. Today, I'm joined by Mr. Rob Rude, Rob Funny, Pokemon Rob, whatever you are.
Yeah, buddy. Pokemon Rob works.
And the AJ style of podcasting, Sebastian.
I'm back.
Yes. We're here to talk about SmackDown with you guys. If it's your first time listening, we are a pro wrestling podcast. You can find us on numerous outlets, all the big ones: Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean, Google Play, and iTunes. We are on YouTube as well. Make sure to like and subscribe. We just hit 50 subscribers. We're on the way to 100 for a custom URL, but more importantly, to get our Shinsuke Nakamura cosplayer Benji to do a show in full face paint. I guess that's his thing. So we'll get a special episode. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We're here to talk SmackDown. Let's get right into this. Well, not let's get into the show, but let's get into the to what your guys' thoughts. Rob, Baron Corbin's King of the Ring winner, coronation. How do you feel?
We'll get to that and how Chad Gable should be buried into the ground for disrespecting the king. I like you, bro. I like you, but not no more. Not no more. Although I'm not going to be able to see him to hate him anymore, so I'm just going to assume he's gone.
Oh, my gosh. Man, you guys, listen, we like to talk wrestling with each other, but we will also like to talk with you. Make sure you hit us up on Twitter at SmackDrawPod. You can find myself at The Kai Tai Show, Mr. Rob Rude at 2 words can't see me, and that's C, the letter C, and of course, Sebastian at WrestlingFan_32. I almost forgot it there for a second. And if you forget, don't worry. If you're watching the YouTube version, there all of our links are scrolling in the bottom of the episode. You can always see it there. But yes, I think that's it, right? That's our normal intro. Plug ourselves, plug the channel, plug.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it's about good, man. We got through it fairly easy.
So before we get to SmackDown, I just want to say something real quick.
Yeah.
Remember I told you my rant.
Oh, damn it. I forgot to give you I got to make you a custom sound effect for your rant. Like
Michael Jackson, popcorn.gif. Let's go.
Right. Okay. I wanted to get my rant out because it wasn't SmackDown related, but I wasn't on the Raw show last night. So,
yep.
One, I enjoyed Raw. It wasn't perfect, but I enjoyed it. I was in a good mood all day, even last night. Saw a lot of people enjoyed it. Made me happy. Woke up this morning, got on Twitter, and there's this outrage. Do you all remember when Sasha Banks kicked Alexa in the apron yesterday, and Alexa went to the pole a little bit?
Man, that was such a small spot in the match. I didn't even realize it until I saw it on Twitter. Yeah,
like people just get losing their mind about this. Do we not know how wrestling works anymore? Sasha Banks is a heel, okay? For people that doesn't understand, they take cheap shots, and to even say
they do bad guy things. That's what they do.
And to even say, well, a kick like that ended Paige's career.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio killed a man doing it.
Oh, like, man, we're going there? Oh, geez. No, oh, man. All right, podcast over, folks. We'll see you next week.
No, I'm just saying, if we sat here and went over a move that hurt somebody or ended a career or whatever, whether it's a drop kick or a pile driver or whatever, we'd be here for 2 weeks. Let
pile
it go.
Broke Stone Cold's neck. Don't talk about pile drivers.
And now we do Canadian destroyers off ladders for tables.
Can't do power bombs. That ended Draw's career and paralyzed him.
Okay, no more power bombs. Can't do them no more.
Turnbuckle bomb. Nope. Sting's career's over.
Man. A kid put a kid in a choke once and killed him. And can't do sleeper holds no more.
Like, we'd be here all day. We'd banned every wrestling move. Okay, if it was Bayley.
Didn't the guy at King of the Ring 1990s like jam his thumb on an eye poke? Nope, no more eye poke. Can't do it. Can't do it.
All right, this is getting too far. But yeah, listen, Paige wasn't ready for the kick to the back. Okay, if you look at the footage, Paige had her back turned to Sasha Banks, and it was a miscue. Alexa Bliss was looking at Sasha. She was able to read that she was getting kicked, man. It is kind of a weird one, though. It is a weird thing to see an outcry for because I don't know, man. I'd have to go back and look at it again and see if there's any specifics or because this didn't strike me as trolling. I've seen some stuff before that strikes you as trolling, like people just acting outraged just to get a reaction out of people. But,
No, I've seen like multiple. Like it wasn't just one or two people.
yeah.
Like my entire timeline, and like it makes me question if we even know how wrestling works anymore. But
Oh man.
okay,
Yeah.
let's go to the SmackDown.
Yeah, man. Let's go to SmackDown. Okay, we got that out of the way. The night, any of you guys, unfortunately, I was trying to feed my kids. Any of you guys catch where SmackDown was being taped from tonight?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, Rob. Oh, man. The professional journalist you
I
are.
pay attention now just for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. The show kicks off from Atlanta. New Day in full squad, all three members, taking on Revival with Randy Orton. Story of the match was pretty basic. Xavier's the weak link, injured knee, so he takes the majority of the beatdown. The New Day does rally back, though, in the end to get the win. Kofi pinning Scott Dawson, I believe, with the Trouble in Paradise. I love how, easily, because that Trouble in Paradise can be a very an easy move to mess up, and you can tell Kofi has years of practice with it. He can pull it out and hit people so smoothly from multiple positions. I love it, man. He's really good with that move. The match.
I do want to throw a complaint out about this match real fast.
Go ahead.
Where was the RKO?
Where was
you have
it?
Randy Orton, you have an RKO. I don't care if it doesn't win the match. I don't care if it's after the match.
Not tonight.
There was no RKO.
No RKO tonight,
no RKO.
man. He was trying to set up for
the
Shatter RKO, as I think they dubbed it finally. They gave it an official
RKO
name.
machine, I thought.
No, that's right. Thank you. The RKO machine is what the commentary was dubbing the whole flapjack RKO.
Is that the super 3D thing?
Yeah, like the 3D RKO.
Word.
It's a 3D, folks. It's a 3D,
yes.
but with two people hoisting them up, man. It's a damn 3D, all right?
Oh,
it's a real technical.
machine.
It's a diamond cutter. Just saying. Just throwing that out there.
Hey, what did Johnny Ace call his? Because Johnny Ace is the apparently the originator of the Stone Cold Stunner. Oh man, what was it? What did he call it? The
ace in a hole.
Wait, are you serious, or are you just is that
No,
off?
I don't fucking know.
I mean, that sounds like Benji. Where you at, man? We need the encyclopedia, bro.
Oh man, what
Ace of spades.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
No.
Ace Crusher is what he called it.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah, Ace Crusher. I'm gonna look at a clip really quick.
You had two phenomenal names thrown out and used the Ace Crusher. Come on.
Yeah.
Damn! Oh damn! John Laurinaitis could bring that with authority. Damn.
I don't even want to see it.
Yeah, man.
Ace Crusher.
Ace Crusher though. Well, anyways.
So
yeah, so
Crushers,
we didn't get an Ace Crusher.
What did we have after this match?
Man, dude. Oh my goodness. So what did we say? Who would get the most heat for taking that belt off of Kofi? We discussed it, man, and boy, we predicted this months ago. We predicted this. Me and Rob predicted this. We get Brock Lesnar's music, man. He comes out with Paul Heyman, and even though Kofi Kingston has had uphill battles in his matches, like against Randy Orton, you could still kind of believe that Kofi stood a chance, and you could believe that he beat Randy clean. Man, looking at him sizing up with Brock, it's like he don't have a damn chance, man. Oh my God.
He fought Randy Orton and he got his ass whooped until the very end.
Barely got through it.
Brock Lesnar, there is no end. You get your ass whooped.
Brock destroyed Randy Orton. If you do wrestling math. I
do want to take this moment though. I don't have a daughter plug tonight because she didn't really watch. She was off doing her own thing.
Aww.
But I have a wife plug. She's been actually trying to watch with me. I'm so happy. She's still kind of half paying attention, half not. she absolutely hates Paul Heyman with a passion. The only person she hates more than Paul Heyman is Daniel Bryan. But
Your
like
wife,
she
man,
was
she's like
talking,
anti-good wrestling.
she was talking about like why is the crowd blah 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 blah. I'm like, because the crowd hates Brock Lesnar, and like
I
if
bet
Brock
she's a
Lesnar
Jinder
takes
Mahal
his
fan.
belt,
Oh my
she's
god.
like, I don't care about Brock. I just hate that Paul Heyman's on my screen. I'm like, Paul Heyman's the man. Like it was so great. Like out of everything that was going on, she's like, I hate Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman has nothing to do with what's going on right now. It's so great.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Damn.
It makes me happy she's been paying attention. So that's good times. But I do want to ask, do you think there is a chance that Kofi Kingston pulls this one out?
No. No. Slim to none. They're going to
I
Fox.
think
They want Fox to be a big deal. You want main players. You want that sports feel, like that sports program feel. Brock Lesnar's already a combat sports athlete. He's definitely a good mascot for the new pro wrestling show on Fox programming.
But
Man,
does Fox want to be that predictable?
they don't care. They want to pull in casual
Word,
fans.
word.
Fox
Yeah, that's-
Fox already said they want a minimum of a 3 million
Like 3 million viewers? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
and
I mean,
SmackDown
I'm not-
barely hits 2 million.
I mean, I'm all about Brock Lesnar taking the belt, but I'm also not about Kofi pulling it off and everybody's saying, holy shit, but then Brock takes it at the next pay-per-view.
Right.
Now he's your flagship guy. Like, I'm just saying we can't throw that out the window. Like, I mean, they can't really be that predictable.
How would
They
you book
probably
Kofi
will.
winning?
They probably will, don't get me wrong, but
How
you
would you
never
book
know.
him winning,
I mean,
man? Brock would
there's a
have
wa-
to injure himself. He would have to injure
there's a
himself.
way you can. There's a way you can book this without Kofi necessarily winning, but still walking out with the belt.
Yeah, you could book
I
it
was
like a DQ finish, like a non-finish.
I was thinking a good way because you gotta remember, Hell in a Cell is 2 days later. Okay.
mm-hmm.
SmackDown needs a Hell in a Cell match, and it would make perfect sense, kind of. Even though I don't like Hell in a Cell matches just being 2 days in advance or anything like that. But could you imagine a story where Kofi's losing this match? Big E and Xavier know it. They intentionally get Kofi disqualified.
Yeah,
And then Brock says, okay,
Hell in
we're
a
going to go in
Cell.
Hell in a Cell.
And then
That's
he
what
wants
it comes
Kofi's
down
ass
to.
and takes his belt.
Yeah.
The weird thing
Yeah,
about
that's
putting
what-
Brock
I mean,
in the
it's
Hell in a
fair.
Cell match is Brock's gonna have the same match whether he's in a cell or in a standard match. It would
But
be
in the
it would
cell,
be
he's
more
just gonna
it would be
whoop
more
more
of an aesthetic. Like you might get a couple Germans into the cage. Like Brock could throw Kofi into the cage,
I'm
but
about
I mean
that. Yeah, he can throw Kofi to the top of the cage. You've seen wrestlers go through the cage from the top, but have you seen him go through from the bottom?
Steel chairs. I mean, he can use weapons. And I would like this because I don't. It sucks because New Day's so unique. But the New Day's already lost their tag titles. I feel like if Kofi
New
does
Day's
lose
run
his
its
belt,
course.
I feel like if Kofi does lose his belt, it kind of lost their identity they've had here lately, and it would also plant that seed if they get Kofi disqualified on purpose, cause some tension in the New Day, and start the journey to their split. I think that'd be a unique way to split them up as well, if that isn't the plan.
Everybody's wanted a Big E flip. I mean,
Yeah. And, you know, I ain't gonna lie, Big E looked ready when Brock came out. Like, I wasn't even looking at Kofi.
yeah,
Big
Big
E was
E,
pumped.
Right?
Big E.
He
Yeah,
was.
man.
Big E was pumped up. But no, I don't know. Kofi has no chance of getting away from this program, whether it's at Fox or Hell in a Cell. He's losing the belt.
Losing to
Right.
Brock, losing his belt to Brock isn't going to tarnish his reign. It makes
No,
sense.
that's Brock-
It
that's
just
Brock
it
Lesnar,
makes
man.
sense, man.
Like,
Pecking order of
I don't
things, you know. It is.
mhm.
I hate to say it like that, man, but I mean, it's better than Randy beating him or say like another up and comer. beating him. Having him lose to Brock is like, well, damn. Brock beats everybody.
That's Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
You gave it your all, bro.
Yeah.
Attaboy, attaboy.
And kudos to WWE. I mean, they want the debut show on Fox to be big. This is Lesnar's first SmackDown or Raw match in 15 years.
Yeah. Yeah, it's his first SmackDown match.
Since March 04 gets Hardcore Holly.
Jesus.
I mean,
I think that's when he broke Hardcore Holly's neck.
No, that was a year before.
That was the year prior? Okay.
Because they actually, when Hardcore came back, they had a feud over the title. Rock won.
Oh, of course, yeah. Well, anyways, I guess to summarize the end of this, if you guys haven't pieced it together, Paul Heyman lays out the challenge. World Championship match on the debut episode of SmackDown on Fox. October, 3rd? 4th? Kofi
4 days
accepts.
before my birthday, y'all.
Nice. Kofi accepts, get F5'd into oblivion, end scene.
Kofi looked so defeated, though, when he accepted that challenge. Like, his eyes.
He knew.
Yeah, he was looking around the crowd. He was soaking in those chants.
I'll take my challenges, all right, y'all.
Yeah.
I won this time.
He's like, I'm a fighting champion. So,
man, I would have cheered if he said, hell no. Go win a couple SmackDown matches first. I would have been like, damn right,
okay,
Kofi.
Bro. It's okay. Just get him Brock. I don't blame you. Just
Yeah,
Brock,
I'd be terrified
bro.
too. I'd be like, no. Hell no. I
It
ain't
took
facing
17
you.
curb stomps to take this man down.
Tired of facing
and all
bigger
you got
people,
is a
man.
kick.
Bring in James Ellsworth or something. Face James Ellsworth. That little pervert.
I'm a fighting champion, but, no, see ya.
Let me ride these pancakes out of here.
Bye, Felicia.
But, like you said, I mean, look, Fox wants a sports light feel. I mean, they've been open about it.
Former UFC heavyweight champion. You can't get
Just
more
make-
On
sports
the real
like
though,
them.
nothing brings more ratings than a title change. So like, it's gonna change that night.
No.
It's got to. I mean, nothing brings more ratings than a title change. At least my opinion. I could be wrong. I haven't fact checked that. But, I mean,
I'm just kind of spitting facts out there without checking them.
I mean, people like title changes. Just saying.
Oh man. Next up, we got a pretty basic backstage interview with Sasha Banks. Just her thoughts on being in Hell in a Cell. Of course, Sasha Banks, first female, one half of the first females to headline a pay-per-view in general, and also first female Hell in a Cell match when she faced off against Charlotte. Was it last year? It may have been last year. No, 2017 or 16. I think 2016. But anyways, so she's going to have the experience on her side going into Hell in a Cell with Becky Lynch. Also says, she has a match later in the evening with Charlotte. I like this whole Sasha dynamic where she just hates interviewers now. Like, she can only tolerate, 1-2 question tops. And then after that, she is disgusted. And Bayley picks up on it and was like, yeah, she ain't going to answer no more questions. She'll go answer them in the ring. And that was it.
Yeah.
Bayley, are you a face or a heel?
You're not a heel. You are not a heel. No, I do not agree with this whole half face, half heel dynamic. I don't like it.
Just jump in the pool,
Now,
Bayley. Jump in the pool.
Again, I will always throw it out there that if you do like it, more power to you. I want to throw that out there right now. I don't like it. I don't like half heel, half face. Well, she doesn't know if she's a heel, if she's a face. What she needs to find out. Are you going to hit people with chairs, or are you going to give kids hugs? Figure it out. And then go stab your Tubi Flally guys, and then be a heel, and let's roll. Other than that, nope, go away.
She's a heel. She hasn't even hugged any kids that I saw. It's just the two-man that everybody's going. And to me, that's like saying, well, Kofi can't be champ because he throws pancakes.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
I don't know,
if you watched her match at Clash, she cheated to win. If you watch her any mannerisms when she's out there in front of a crowd, it's a total heel. Just because she hasn't played with two men.
She needs an aesthetic change.
But
I'm on the team that she needs to change her aesthetic a little bit.
And even when they come up, she does it in a sarcastic-ass way now. She's like, ooh. I mean, it's like a female Sami.
Music. Yay, look at me go.
Well, it's not the Sami Zayn, but he's a heel.
Yeah,
Like Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn just ups the obnoxious.
But like no, Sami Zayn comes out to happy music, and then he's like, "Fuck you." I'm sorry. Are we?
No, we're not live.
You.
It's okay. We're not live.
F on you. I'm Sami Zayn, and I hate you. But Bayley's like, yeah. Oh, time to win the match. Now I'm gonna grab a steel chair. No, it don't work that way. You come out, tell the crowd to shut up right away.
She does look like she has a crisis going on where she doesn't. I mean, she's like 85% in the heel persona, but it looks like there's still small bits of her that might be questioning her actions. I don't know. They're not making it too clear.
Me personally, I don't want to see the same heel I've seen the last 20 years. Bayley, this delusional character. I mean, it's new. I like it.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. I will. That's why I said those who like it, more power to you, really. But I don't. I just either hit people with chairs or don't.
Yeah.
One or the other. That's just me.
We got a sit-down interview with Michael Cole and Eric Rowan. I love that Rowan just gets to just wear band tees now. I freaking love it, man. That he can just wear like band tees because he wears like all of my favorite metal bands every time. Although I personally don't listen to much Cannibal Corpse, but I mean still like. I love that. Like
even if you don't listen to them, you know that they're a tear in the metal industry.
Yeah. He's
phenomenal.
Not,
even if you've never heard of them, you know who they are.
He's not a major merchandise pusher, so they're not shilling him out in like terrible merch. You know what I mean? Right. They're just like, hey, listen, man, you're not going to sell many T-shirts. We might as well make you look cool. Go ahead and wear your personal band tees, whatever, man. Come out looking badass. You know, and they did the same thing with Luke Harper later in the evening. I've dubbed them the Metal Bros, by the way. And that is how I will refer to them until they give them an official tag team name, which is not going to be the Bludgeon Brothers anymore. Bludgeon Brothers is a thing of the past, thank God. Yeah, Eric Rowan's just trying to really push the agenda that he thinks for himself now, that intellectually he's smarter than everyone, and I don't know, like he pushes it a little too far. I get the whole I'm independent, you know what I mean? But stop saying like you're smarter than Daniel Bryan and you're just gonna outwit everybody. Like, no, bro, you are a brute, but you can be a brute that thinks for himself. You know what I mean? You don't have to also be like the smartest guy in the game. You're not Triple H. You're not Daniel Bryan. You know what I mean? Guys that need their wits.
I personally like it. I like that he's pushing the fact. And I say that because for the last however many months it's been, he's been the guy behind Daniel Bryan, not talking, just being a puppet.
Yeah,
now he's like, I'm not a puppet. I'm smarter than you, and I'm going to take you down. I personally love it.
I was about to say the same thing. I think it plays to him even more. I've seen people say he's a mute back there. I mean, so it's kind of cool just to see him going not talking to delivering these great promos.
Yeah, I think his mic skills are awesome, man. It's a shame that he hasn't been he's been on television for years now and never really got mic time like he does now. Very happy for the guy.
And I mean, let's face it, he fought, or Daniel Bryan fought that, you know, he was following him when hell he was trying to kill Roman and Daniel didn't even know it. So
I still say, man, like, I really feel like it should have been played up that Daniel Bryan slapping him is what just flipped the switch. Like, he still attacked Roman Reigns, you know, and he was initially doing it for Daniel Bryan. I would say play that angle. But the moment that he tried to explain himself and Daniel just started slapping the piss out of him, it kind of just, like, woke him up. You know what I mean? Like, from this long slumber, and just awoke this you know, this thinking man, you know, and put it like that. Instead of saying that you've been behind the scenes out thinking everybody forever. I'm like, dude, you have a slow-ass game if you've been behind the scenes waiting, buying your time. Because let's face it, man, he was the third guy in the Wyatt family, then became the fourth guy in the Wyatt family, and then he was always like Luke Harper's little brother in the Bludgeon Brothers. Like, he's always been behind the scenes, man. He's never done anything.
But now he's just laughing at everybody for thinking exactly that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you should have had this turning point, not this whole, like, I've been playing this slow game for 7, 8 years or something, however long. It should have been like Daniel Bryan woke me up, pulled me out from under the water. Like
I
now,
woke
Well,
up
you know
one day
what
and
they
realized
say,
he
though.
was a little bitch with his t-shirts with trees on them.
You know what they say, though? The quiet ones are the ones you got to worry about.
I guess so, man. I guess so. Either way, I'm happy for him. I'm acting like I'm upset with this role. I'm not, man. Like I'm really happy to see.
Just the way it's delivered is what you got to
Yeah,
find.
yeah.
Yo,
The motivation doesn't feel authentic to me. That's all.
Real quick, I had a dream last night. It was the weirdest shit.
This is one of those
like
type
2
of shows.
years, 2 years down the
Dear
road,
Penthouse.
right? Roman and Doss feud, and Doss like, Roman, you almost got hit by a car, but it should have been me. Like, I just wanted to throw it out there, like,
Oh my.
just thought it's funny.
Jesus Christ.
I should have been murdered. I don't know. I just figured
my
I'd throw it out there.
God.
Well, it was on the
Oh,
Roman.
that's great.
Oh Jesus, we are off the rails. Ali versus Nakamura was up next. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Ali versus Nakamura came up next. Sammy, with a hell of an introduction for Shinsuke. I love how Sammy shouts Shinsuke's name, and he even tries to put like an Eastern accent, a little bit of an Eastern accent on it when he introduces Nakamura. I'm a huge fan of the package. I'm glad I was wrong about Nakamura and Sammy breaking up at Clash. I still wish The Miz collected his belt, but hey, stuff happens. Sammy starts to put over Ali, and it's all a ruse. They just jump Ali, and that was pretty much it, man.
I think tonight I found the thing that I hate more than a Viking Raiders squash match.
What's that?
Is you making me think I'm gonna have a match and then I don't.
And we have a
They just beat
non-match.
the guy up, and then all of a sudden it says, at least have the ref say, this is a non-decision. Have the ref do something. Don't just pretend like, oh, okay, never mind. And then
Yeah.
you just move on. No, come on, do something about this. Like, I mean, you guys know I'm all about keeping it kayfabe. I'll defend kayfabe to my grave. Like, oh, it happened because of this, because you didn't see this or you didn't see that. But this is just, all of a sudden there was just no match. You gotta do something. Like,
It was just filler leading us into the next segment.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I know.
Like, put some caulk on it to end it and then start the next segment. Like, I'm expecting a match and all of a sudden there isn't, and you just move on. Like, it didn't happen. Come on.
It's like, y'all gave me blue
Come on,
balls,
guys.
WWE. Come on, man.
It ain't about the blue balls. Just man. Put a bread tie on it. Like, oh, you guys are disqualified. There you go. Move on. Nobody cares about a disqualification. It doesn't hurt nobody. Move on.
Yeah, but kayfabe, man. I mean, you can't get disqualified if the match never starts.
If the match didn't start.
This match doesn't take place because Sami Zayn's a douchebag.
But then
Move on. Okay.
kayfabe wise, where's the police? You just beat up a man in an unsanctioned match. I get where Rob's coming from. I get where you're coming from, Rob.
It's not that big a deal, but I mean, come on, dude. Like, come on.
Yeah.
I personally didn't have a problem with it, just because of this. If we were 5 or 6
You know how
weeks
you
away
fix
from a
it?
pay-per-view,
You don't pretend it's a match. There you go, right there. Mustafa
Yeah, but-
comes out and says Shinsuke, and then Shinsuke comes out and they beat him up and then move on. Okay, boom.
Well, you got to think about this too. They're trying to balance a live crowd versus TV crowd. For the TV crowd, that's fine, but they're trying to get the heat from the live crowd. The live crowd expects a match. Match don't happen. That's
yeah,
I'll tell you
you
how
get
you
the
get heat
booze.
from a live crowd. Just play video packages all night.
That's how you get heat. Go to Detroit and just don't have matches.
Problem I didn't really have with it. If we were 5, 6 weeks away from the next pay-per-view, then I kind of would have. But they're going to have to rush a lot of things. I mean, Hell in a Cell's in 3 weeks.
Yeah, man, they really had
not
a
a lot.
fast turnaround.
And 2, trying to prepare for Fox's debut 2 days before. A lot of these things are going to be rushed this next 2 weeks. So, personally, I didn't have a problem with it just because I don't know.
So, real
if I
quick,
could rather do
speaking
that.
of Hell in the Cell, we got Sasha and Becky in Hell in the Cell. Do we have another Hell in the Cell match?
Yeah.
Or is that the only one?
Rollins.
Yeah, Rollins and The Fiend.
Okay, I thought so.
So we need
Why
a third
is that
one.
a thing now?
Yeah, so the
Well,
Hell in the
there's
Cell
three now?
pay-per-view has 3.
Okay.
Well, there's only been 1 year they've had 3. It's mostly 2, but I think 3 will happen again this
So
year.
it's two.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
gonna.
because it's been a while since I plugged the fact that I have a 13-year gap in my wrestling watching. And back in my day, the Hell in the Cell was one match, and it was the main event. So now
Right.
it's 3.
No,
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
That's
big.
cool.
Oh
We can
my
move on.
goodness.
That was just, like, it's been that long. Like, the last Hell in the Cell I watched was Undertaker Mankind.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
well,
Just saying. Just saying.
1 year they had 3. They had the 2 main titles, and then Roman and Rusev for the United States.
Yeah.
But I think they'll have 3 this year too, because SmackDown has to have.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. You're gonna have the Fiend,
Yeah.
who's like above brands, and then
He's
although
gonna
the
win.
Fiend's kind of low key a Raw guy.
Yeah, Fiend's gonna be Raw. He can't not be Raw.
Yeah. And,
I mean, he could be SmackDown, but he's Raw. That makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean you
Yeah.
you paint a really good picture. Yeah, Kofi Brock.
Or another SmackDown possibility too. I mean, they could be thinking not a tag team championship, but just a tag team. They could do Harper and Rowan versus Roman and Bryan. So
Yeah.
there's that too. And personally, just because I like, a lot of heat for a feud before Hell in a Cell, I would also kind of rather have the tag match. It just feel weird to me 2 days before the pay-per-view just saying, all right, we're having Hell in a Cell in 2 days. At least with the tag match, you got all this history and build for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. There's really no easy answer at the moment, but I'm sure something will culminate. Speaking of something that needs to culminate, the KO and Shane McMahon saga continues.
And
Yeah,
this could be a Hell in a Cell too.
yeah. After Ali gets jumped, we see the crowd getting severely distracted, and I'm thinking it's someone coming out to save Ali. No, it's Kevin Owens in the crowd making his way to his seat. So if you're a fan, how often are you a fan and you get escorted by security to your seat? I'm just saying it's a little inconsistent.
Well,
But
If you're Kevin Owens and you just
Yeah.
got fired, hey,
hey, listen,
hey,
man.
Dave.
KO
Come on,
went to
bro.
a Celine Dion concert. I don't think he was escorted to his seat there, man.
But he wasn't. Celine Dion didn't fire him a week prior.
yeah, kayfabe before the show, Shane's like, if you see Kevin Owens enter this building, you stay with him. I mean,
Yeah, I got you.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. Make sure he's not jumping my barricade. He's not allowed on this side.
We cut backstage.
unless I stay.
We cut backstage. A ref comes up to Shane, who is observing Kevin Owens on
He's
the
like,
monitor.
Oh yeah, KO's in the building. No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah, I love that. Ref says, "Hey, there's someone here to see you." And by the way, Kevin Owens arrived. And I love this, Shane. Yeah. Thank God he held on to logic. He was like, you
don't
think?
say.
And he points to the
You
television.
don't say.
Oh, my gosh. Shane walks out
Not
of his...
surprised they didn't fire him.
I was just gonna say, you're fired, dude.
Shane walks out of his dressing room and promptly gets approached by a faceless man, essentially. I don't even know. And he says, "You Shane McMahon?" He said, "Yes." He's like, "You've been served." And I was like, "Oh, snap. He got served. You're going to get F in the A, Shane." It's a little South Park plug for you. Yeah, Shane McMahon gets served. It's kind of funny seeing that he was just off television because he was stuck in court, and now he's going right back
Yeah.
to court.
I thought that same thing.
But
Can't be your own jury on this one, bro.
yeah, no, you're not going to be. Shane makes his way out to the ring, escorted by security. Essentially, he invites Kevin Owens into the ring. I love that you can tell when like timing is off. Like on Raw, Maria Kanellis, Rusev was supposed to come out after Maria said, "And the baby's father is," but she had to say it like 4 or 5 times before his music hit. And then the same thing happened here. Kevin Owens like runs up to the to the ring apron and just pauses and kind of like dejected, like, "Oh my God, come on!" And then Shane's like has
Come on,
to
guys,
usher
stop me.
security in to keep him at bay. It was so awkward. It was like he stopped from an invisible force, and it was supposed to be because security was supposed to stop him. Timing was off, but it was funny. I picked up on it. Most people won't. But anyways.
It wasn't as bad as you make it seem, but it was there. Yes,
it was there. It was there, man.
It was there.
I know it's little stuff every now and then.
Yes, it was there.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens looks like he's going to be a rich man by the end of this, man.
Hell yeah, and Shane McMahon's going to be off my TV.
Shane
That's
McMahon's
the
going to
best
get
part.
fired, son. Oh, man. He's going to get
so
fired.
The problem is, Kevin Owens got fired because he didn't do what he was asked to do.
Wrongful termination, Rob. He did. Shane
was-
asked him to be a referee. He just said, be a ref.
Yeah. I don't think KO grabbed Shane's hand and tapped for him. I believe Shane was the
Man,
one tapping
Shane
that man.
tapped out, son, to the ankle lock.
I mean, Shane clearly said things need to be done. And as an
Things need to be
employee,
done, meaning you need to
know what
officiate
your
the
boss
match.
needs from you as an employee. Now, when Shane has the pin, you bust out the fast count.
Oh,
You
he did,
busted
though.
out the
He
fast
did?
count. No, nope. It wasn't the fast count if he didn't get 3 count.
Oh, no.
He busted out
a
the
fast
slow
count
count.
for Gable.
He
Gable
busted out
got
the
3 count in a matter of 1 second. Just saying.
Hey,
Just
oh
saying.
yeah, but on the second fall, he busted out the slow counts several
How
times.
about that suplex, though? I gotta plug it because I wasn't on Raw. How about that suplex from Gable? They got the 3 count. Man, just saying. But yeah,
Sebastian
KO
hates
did
that
not
move.
listen. He did not do as his employer asked him to do. That's not wrongful termination. You didn't do what you were asked to do.
I don't know
They did
how
like-
well
I did.
implication, like implying something, holds up in court, though, Rob.
It doesn't. Nope,
I don't
doesn't
think
get
it
held up in
holds
court.
up, man. It was implied. Be like, well,
He said you need to go out there and do a good job, and he did.
he did a good
He didn't
job.
do a
He
very
did.
good job.
He was
I didn't say he did a
efficient.
good job.
However,
I mean-
hey, but we can focus on this though, because Kevin Owens got fined a large sum of money for striking an official. Shane McMahon struck an official. Tit for tat, man, and then fired him after striking an official.
But Kevin Owens is under the official. Shane McMahon is above the official.
Just
mean,
because you're high in a corporation doesn't give
employee,
you rights to
boss
assault
employee.
your employees.
It sure does. If you're the owner of that corporation, you can do as you please.
Oh my God, Rob.
Throw that out there.
Why
Just
haven't I
throw that
thought
out
of
there.
this?
And here too, once they're in court, and KO's last thing is, yeah, he fined me $100,000. Becky got fined 10.
Yeah, I saw that too. I saw that.
Yep. Shane is foot. He's getting off my TV, and I love it. Like, this whole thing teaches me to be patient. I remember months ago when this crap started, it was like, yeah, this KO feud's going to get Shane off the TV. And here I am months later, like, them fucking liars. And now here I am saying, heck yeah.
It's finally happening.
I
Lucine's
just
a
got to be
liar.
patient.
You guys
I
are
got to be
liars.
patient.
Oh my
That should be a lesson to wrestling fans. Be patient.
goodness. Oh my God, that was so good. Oh my God.
What we all wanted over and Raw is finally going to happen.
Oh my gosh. I love that tonight's night was supposed to be like a great night for Rob. And it just shit on Rob's stuff like the whole night.
Listen, tonight was the best night for Byron Saxton. Like, he... like, Byron Saxton, this is his favorite episode ever.
Oh, I
Like, he
can't do
was
this
dying.
anymore. Oh, I can't do this. Oh my God, man.
Oh, man.
Kevin Owens is
Fucking
going to
liar.
get 25. The only thing that didn't make sense to me, though, is in his lawsuit, there's like a clause that if he wins the lawsuit, not only will he be awarded $25 million, I guess he reserves the right to fire Shane McMahon. So that's the only part I was like, I don't know if I've ever heard of
Hey,
where you can
hey.
force.
It's his lawsuit. He made it.
He can make the terms. Okay.
Who am I to tell him what his
So wait,
lawsuit is?
so you find it weird that in the lawsuit there's a clause that says he can fire the boss.
That's the only part I
the one that
found.
makes the rules.
He's not the boss.
He gets his position.
Yeah.
That's what
That should be it. Not only do I get $25 million, I'm reinstated and I get a promotion.
You're
You
gone.
can't lawyer into Vince's
Best
son,
part.
just saying.
Oh my
Sad.
god.
But he can lawyer in the commissioner of SmackDown Live.
Yeah.
But I mean, the commissioner of SmackDown Live is Vince's son, so I
Not
don't,
always.
I don't see it.
They
I
said
don't
they
see
did
it.
away with those authority figures, man.
Mick Foley was commissioner once. He wasn't Vince's son. Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels was
So is Baron Corbin.
Yeah, he's not Vince's son.
Baron Corbin wasn't commissioner. He was the
He
constable.
was.
Yeah.
He was still the
Acting.
thing that is
He was-
worth the announcement before he comes out to fight.
Now, I hope we make KO sheriff like Stone Cold back in the day.
Yeah, Sheriff Kevin Owens. I'll do that.
And
He just
Jason
rides around on a
Shane's ass
four-wheeler.
Like he kicked Eric Bischoff's ass back in the day.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what I
I'm for it. I'm for it all, man. Oh my god. I'm also for the AOP promo, man. Holy cow, these guys look scary. This is how you do a foreign heel, man.
Hold
This is
on,
how you do
hold
it.
on. I just thought about it. How what needs to go down is both of them get a. I've been saying this for weeks. Talking about Survivor Series coming up. Teams that matter and have come like the Eric Bischoff and Austin back in the day. Shane get a team of 5. KO get a team of 5. That's how we decide it. That's how it needs to go.
I say you do a ladder match like back in the day, like when they were fighting for the custody of Dominic.
Put
No,
Chad Gable in it.
Like the judge's gavels on the top is hanging from
No.
the ladder.
I so missed the Survivor Series matches that has implications. We need that.
Said it
K-
just
Team
the
KO
one,
versus
the one
Team
night a
Shane.
year when
Yeah.
Raw and SmackDown go head to head in direct competition. Oh god, I
Yeah.
hate that.
And it would go so well, man. Get guys like Buddy Murphy, Ali, like guys that KO name dropped, like when the beginning of this started.
Who oh my god, Kyrie Sane's in there. Just dropping
Okay, no, we
elbows.
can't do that. Unless Stephanie wants to do one, all right? We can't have that.
Man. But yeah, let's talk about
Okay,
AOP for a
AOP.
second. Yeah, Rob, what's your take? Because this seems like this would be an odd one for you because they got subtitles, and we know how you are with reading.
I actually read this one. Okay, I do have an opinion on this one. But no, you're right. I don't care for subtitles. I don't like having to watch and read. I just don't like doing it.
Yeah.
Nothing against subtitles. I mean, it's whatever. But these guys I read, I've never seen these guys before. Did they say they fought at WrestleMania?
Dude, yeah, they're like 2 Brock Lesnars. If you could take Brock
I don't
Lesnar,
remember.
double
That's
them,
what I was
and
going to
make
get
a tag
into.
team,
I don't remember them from WrestleMania.
they didn't have a big
Again,
spot.
I started in Royal Rumble, paid attention, watched WrestleMania. Now I'm a huge mark. I was still learning back then. I don't remember these guys. That's the point. I've never seen them before, so to speak. They were on my TV, and right away I'm like, okay, who are these guys? And then they basically started saying in another language with subtitles, we're badasses. I'm like, oh yeah, I like badass heels that want to beat everybody up.
Right.
You have my attention. What I don't like about this is, and this might be a little reach, I don't know. This is my opinion. This is what I got from this. You said that you're so badass that you didn't want to, nobody in MMA wanted to fight you, but now you're coming to wrestling, which is, I'm all about kayfabe, don't get me wrong, but now you're coming to wrestling, which is fake. Like, nobody wanted to fight you for real, so you're going to come over here. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't, I don't know,
They had to come up with
weird to me.
some type of story why WWE.
I mean, am I wrong for feeling that way? Like, is that, like, I don't know.
I mean, when you look at it
Like-
like that, when you
Maybe it's
have to call
because-
it choreographed, then yeah, I mean that's kind of
Maybe,
rough.
I don't know, it's because they caught me. Like, these guys caught me hard. I'm like, okay, who are these guys? You look like badasses, and like you just said, like, the reason you called me out personally
Well,
on this.
kayfabe wise,
This is my type of guy.
why did we have Brock Lesnar? Why did Brock Lesnar come back?
Yeah, well,
But he didn't come out and say, yeah, them guys didn't want to fight me, so here I am.
Yeah,
It just kind of happened. So I don't know. I mean, I'm probably wrong for feeling this way, but that's what I got out of this
I'll
promo.
say
Like, I zeroed in on this promo. Like, what are you guys telling me right now? Come on, come whoop some ass. Let's do this.
what
It's kind of
I
like nobody wanted to fight me over there, so we're gonna come over here. I don't know. Like I said, I'm probably wrong, but that's what I got.
what I really
I didn't-
appreciated was Paige wasn't their mouthpiece.
I'd rather have subtitles than that. I'll give you that one.
I, I didn't have a problem with that part just because, these guys shouldn't act like MMA is better than they are. They should have the feeling that, it's not a drop down. I mean, this is their careers.
You also can't do tag team matches in most MMA organizations.
Valid.
There's no tag team division.
Yeah, we should start that. But anyway, no.
Either way, I don't even remember what these guys' names are. You just told me, but I've
Razor and
I have a
Akam.
bad memory.
Razor
They're
and
already my
Akam.
favorite tag team. Let's go. Like, come on.
Yeah, they're your favorite tag team until they're like 4 squash matches in. And then you go, God damn
Oh,
it.
man. So why do you
That's what
guys
I did
ruin
with
my
the Viking
moment?
Raiders.
I'm like, yes, you guys. And then, no.
I'm
Oh,
pretty
but what
excited for
happens when their
return.
music hits and we don't know who they're fighting, and then the Viking Raiders hit? What do?
Oh, I don't know what we do, bro. We hide. Like, you duck and hide. Because that's going to be a hard-hitting match. Oh, my God.
But yes, other than what I said from these guys, I mean, like I said, I'm probably wrong. I just probably looked too hard into that. I don't know. I liked it. I liked it a lot. These guys were like, I'm coming for you. We're going to whoop your ass. Your tag team is shit right now. And we're going to come do it.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
I'm happy they're coming back. I said on here when we talked about them before, they were kind of thought from the get-go before. Just the division they came into. I mean, B-Team was a tag champs. And you had the Lucha House Party. And, I mean, the most credible opponent they had was Rude and Gable, and they wouldn't have gave her 2 weeks. So they kind of came in a bad situation, but with this draft coming up, they have a chance to really be reshuffled into a good division and hopefully have a lot more success.
Not to mention, WWE really looks like they are trying to build their tag division back up with the emergence of AEW and their spotlight on tag team wrestling. So once again, we just keep saying it, man. Good times right around the corner. I'll tell you one thing though. When you see them, Rob, when you see these guys, like I'm telling you, it's like 2 Brock Lesnars in a tag team. It's
Maybe
realistic.
that's why the Raiders are squashing everybody, because he's just going to show up. And all of a sudden, we have 2 tag teams that can Brock Lesnar each other.
I would love to see
and we're going to be like, yes.
The
let's
OC,
go.
Anderson and Gallows taking
they
on the
got
Viking
this.
Raiders, taking on AOP in a
Them
triangle
guys are
tag
fake
match.
Brock Lesnar's. Them guys aren't tough. They just made them look tough.
Okay. Anyways, who the hell was this hip hop artist that was out in the ring, man? Was his name Offset?
He's an Atlanta,
what
Georgia
was his
guy.
name?
Yeah, he's an Atlanta, Georgia guy. Like I've never heard him, but I've heard of him. Like he's big on the scene, so you got to give him some respect. But I've never heard any of his stuff.
Dude, he
But I
must
mean,
have
props
just
to
been
those
in
2 hats.
town.
If
He
you
was just,
guys like
shoot
him,
in.
like yeah, they only pulled him out because he's from Atlanta. Like
Yeah.
to get that spot.
Ric Flair,
I've never
like
heard
they
of
couldn't find Ric Flair's robe, so they just threw him in Charlotte's. I swear he was wearing Charlotte's robe. I swear that was not Ric Flair's, man. Oh man. But yeah, some hip hop artist. I apologize, guys, if he's big. I'm a metalhead. I don't listen to
He
too
is.
much.
He's like platinum.
Yeah,
He's up
I
there.
sincerely
That's why I've heard
apologize.
of him. I've just never heard him.
Just at me, okay? You can at all your hate at me. Remember, it's 2 words, can't see me. Just throw me all the hate that you want.
Matter of fact, drop us Spotify links. I'll listen. I always click a Spotify link. I love Spotify links.
You know, whenever I say something controversial and like I'm like, you guys can talk to me about it because they're going to be pissed off, I just give them your Twitter handle, Rob.
It works for me, bro. Let's roll.
Just send them to you.
It works for me. I'll handle it.
Oh man. He introduces Charlotte. Charlotte comes out for her match against Sasha Banks with Bayley in Sasha's corner. This was a weird one. The match was pretty straightforward. It looked like Charlotte was going to pick up the win over Sasha Banks with the figure 4. Bayley comes in, breaks up the figure 4 for the DQ, and then
You're not a heel.
Carmella comes out because maybe
Yeah.
Becky's not available. I don't. Where does I was already confused about the 4 horsewomen.
She used to be Bailey's friend.
That's what they were saying, but like it was
That's
like
it. That's why she came out.
I used to be your friend Bailey, so I'm gonna come here and kick Sasha in the face and stare at you.
Yeah.
It was weird. Shed some light on
It's
this,
literally
Seb.
tell you you're not a heel.
Seb, you're good at putting pieces together.
Go.
Well, one, Bailey is, if she's not a full heel, she's heel by association. She is heel
By proximity.
by loyalty to Sasha. So that would explain why she was so confused when her old friend came out and attacked her best friend. You know, she was kind of torn. But I really like Carmella coming out here, and here's why. Everybody's complaining, oh, just the 4 horsewomen. Oh, just the 4 horsewomen. They're forgetting about all the other ladies. Look, they brought Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross into the story. They're bringing in Carmella now, kind of in it. So this is just more spotlight for the whole division. I personally like it. With the draft coming up, they need to do this. I just like it. And it helps Carmella being involved with these 3 women, whether Becky's there or not.
A lot of underutilized talents are getting airtime. We've seen B Team, even though they're getting squashed. We've seen B Team a lot more lately. Heavy Machinery gets a weekly spotlight. And you're right, yeah. I'm a big fan of Carmella. She hasn't done anything since paired up with R-Truth. She hasn't done anything solo-wise. So I agree with you. I like it. I like seeing Carmella. I over time developed a lot of respect for Carmella because it's nice to see a wrestler that gets heavily criticized for not being good in the ring and then watch them just grind it out week in and week out and become a credible wrestler, and you get to go along that journey with them. I hate to say it, but we've arguably done that with Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin's, once again, arguably put out his 2 best matches in his whole WWE tenure, both within the King of the Ring tournament. You know what I mean? And
you could say 3 or 4. Every match was a banger.
yeah.
I go as far as say he's had the best last month in ring than anybody has in a month this entire year.
Yeah. So I mean, and with like I said, for that argument, that's made me a big fan of Carmella, and it doesn't hurt that she used to be a New England Patriots cheerleader. I'm just saying that kind of helps my admiration too. But nonetheless, man, Carmella, yeah, I just like I said, I wonder what it's where it's gonna go.
And she did drop an interview later. It's on Twitter that just saying the things between the 4 horsewomen are getting out of hand, and it's time to put grievances aside and help. So if they're going into just everybody taking a side here, I think that's awesome.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
That's the whole division.
What if that's the Survivor Series match and it's not even a men's one? Nah, they're gonna do the Survivor Series. They're gonna do the whole 3 Survivor Series matches: the men's, the women's, and the tag teams again.
No, I personally think they're not going to do the Raw versus SmackDown, and one of the reasons why, unless they come up with a creative way to get out of the Fiend beating Seth or Brock beating Kofi, they're not going to do the Fiend versus Brock. They're just not.
Yeah. Although that would be fucking awesome.
It would, but
if the Fiend visibly terrifies Brock Lesnar.
It would be awesome, but it's just not.
The Fiend kind of kind of feints at him, jukes at him, a little bit, and then Brock just pees himself. I'd be all for it, man. Or he gets a mandible claw. Yeah.
I just don't see him putting that match on. I just don't.
No, you would crumble somebody.
Yeah.
Going back to the same reason everybody said, oh, the Fiend can't fight Aleister Black because somebody would crumble. Same thing here. You just can't. You would kill storylines. You would absolutely kill your storybook.
I want to do
one of the 2 guys.
I want to do a short video with Sebastian and no offense to you, Rob, because I know you're not really a fan of talking about booking stuff. That's the only reason why I name dropped Sebastian over you. But talk about just how you book the Fiend title reign, because I find that really intriguing. Not like the type of reign that he has, and then how you get the belt off of him. Would just feels like a booker's nightmare, which would be fun to kind of talk about.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I don't even know how you get the belt off.
Aleister Black at WrestleMania.
No. The cheap way would be to put him in a multi-man match so he doesn't eat a pin.
I mean, yeah, that'd be the cheap way, but I mean, one-on-one, I don't know how you get the belt off of him. I really don't.
No.
He'd have to keep it for a
Yeah.
very long time. I mean,
Yeah. Oh man. Like I said, it's an intriguing thing to think about. Um,
Have him at WrestleMania, and somebody knocks on Alistair's door, and he looks through the hole, and there's a pizza man in the feet mask.
oh my gosh.
and not just the booking. I mean, as far as Survivor Series and Brock versus the Thing, I don't see USA or Fox wanting to be, put down right off the bat off this brand split.
No, yeah, they both are gonna want to be credible. You're not gonna want Fox ain't gonna do. Fox is for one. If Vince was to try and pitch, because you didn't get to see it, Rob, but yeah, if Fox overheard that Raw is gonna clean sweep SmackDown at Survivor Series, Fox is gonna put a stop on that right away. They'd be like, hell no, because that's what.
And don't get me wrong. I don't think that either one of them is going to be involved in booking decisions or anything like that. But it's obvious very important to WWE, too, to keep them happy because the draft,
I think they'll be involved in some booking decisions.
They have to be.
Yeah.
Just like Kyle just said, like, I don't think Fox is going to be like, you have to do this, you have to do that. But if Fox hears, like, okay, I'm Team Fox, and we're fighting Team USA, and you're going to make Team USA
the Raw versus SmackDown stuff. Yeah.
No, that's why I'm saying they're not going to do it. I'm talking about just in general.
Yeah, your match to match.
It's still very
booking.
important. It's still very important, and they're trying to keep this relationship good with both because if you paid attention to the draft announcement, NBC and Fox people are going to be making the picks. So they're building that relationship, and I don't see them tarnishing it.
I'm so excited. I'm so stoked. Like, I am so excited for all of those changes. Like, I'm telling you, man, it's going to be like such a fresh coat of paint on the product. Oh, I can't wait. Speaking of not being able to wait, I know Rob couldn't wait for Baron Corbin's coronation. Rob, this had to tickle you, buddy. This had to tickle you because Baron Corbin comes out. He acts like a respectable king. He starts to put over Chad Gable. He invites Chad Gable to come out. And then he just rattles off like 6 fucking short jokes back to back.
Oh, excellent. It was so great.
Oh, my God, dude. But this answered my question and made me so happy because I said the last thing I want to see is them take the winner of the King of the Ring tournament literally and act like an actual king. And that's how you get around that, is because Baron Corbin was set to do that. He was set to come out wearing the cape and the crown and the scepter week in and week out, and this is how you get around that booking. Chad Gable, fed up with the short jokes, beats the piss out of Corbin, and then destroys all of the King of the Ring stuff. The freaking throne, the scepter, part of the scepter went into the damn crowd. He tears up the cape. He stomps the crown, which looked like Baron Corbin and Corey Graves both were legitimately going to cry.
Corey cracked me up this entire segment. Like, I was dying at Corey Graves there.
Oh, my God. He did articulate.
Like, even from the get-go, like, before the Chad Gable came out, he was over there, yeah, I'm going to be Hand of the King.
Yeah.
I already got the word.
I'm going to be the Hand of the King.
Like, he was just, I was rolling at Corey Graves throughout this whole thing.
Oh, my God.
He told Byron he was going to get him at sailed. I mean, it was just hilarious.
Man, it was so good. And like
exiled. I said it's sailed.
Exiled. I'm going to get you exiled. Yeah. But that's how you get out of that booking nightmare. Because let's face it, the last couple King of the Rings they had that did the whole scepter, crown, and robe thing, it just was cringy. And it didn't help them at all. The only person it really helped was Booker T with that character. And that's because Booker T actually created an original character around it that was funny, you know. Baron Corbin doesn't have the comedic chops like the legendary Booker T, or at least he hasn't been able to show him yet. So I was really happy with this segment. It served a much larger purpose than just what happened in the ring. It saved us from cringy booking week in and week out, man. And now we have a good story going forward. Chad Gable is going to be in Baron Corbin's crosshairs for the next month, man. And guess what, Rob? Gable's going to beat him, son. Gable's going to beat the piss out of him, Rob. What'd you say?
Gable's gonna see his end of days, man. That's all. You go ahead and stomp the crown. You're done.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you've got a little bit of a push.
You're probably
but
right,
I mean,
man. You're probably
sorry,
right,
bro. You disrespected the king. Now I do want to put. Here's another wife plug.
Yeah.
I mentioned before, like a running joke between me and my wife. Like when I first got into wrestling, you actually mentioned it earlier. How Chad Gable and Robert Roode were a tag team, but they weren't a really big tag team. They were just kind of there. And my wife's thing is Chad Gable. Chad. Because that's all he was back then. He was a nobody. And now he's getting a push. Like, my wife, she hasn't watched any of the King of the Ring with me. Like, last night, she said, oh, this is the finals? Like, she had no idea. And she's like, there's no way Chad Gable's going to win. There's absolutely no way. I know who Baron Corbin is. But Chad Gable, he made it this far. I don't know how. So she hasn't been watching to see that he's been pushed to be stronger. I just thought that was funny. Like, he used to be a nobody, and now he's getting pushed to be stronger. And now they got him crushing Baron Corbin's King of the Ring stuff. So, yes, this is definitely going to be a good feud. I'm all about Corbin winning. You guys know that. But
yeah,
Gable has definitely come above. He has definitely been pushed up there. I just thought that was funny. She's like, there's no way he's going to win. I'm like, the last time you seen him, he had an Indian headband on and long hair. So, like... Yes, he was a nobody back then, getting booked with heavy machinery and B-Team getting squashes. But now they booked him to be good. And I'm like, he pinned Shane McMahon. She's like, so what? I'm like, what do you mean, so what? Like yes, on the sideline, Shane McMahon's a douchebag. But in real life, you pinned Shane McMahon. Like, from a booking standpoint, you guys know what I'm trying to say. You pinned Shane McMahon. Like, legit.
Shane tapped that man, dude. But anyway.
Yeah, and you tap Shane out. Like, that doesn't happen. Like, in the last year, there's been 2 people that pinned Roman Reigns, and Shane McMahon is one of them. And you tap Shane out. So, just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gable, and look, I mean, that's what the King of the Ring's about, is making new people and new stars. And
that's why I was scared Gable was going to win. Like, I'm like, Corbin's established, Gable isn't. But... like, you guys, that's how you do it. Like, Corbin wins, but here's Gable whooping the King's ass. Uh-oh. Gable can still go over.
Yeah, and I think because of this segment, I'm okay with Corbin winning now. Because Gable came out and still got his revenge. You know what I mean? And it wasn't like he came out and he was petty, like a sore loser. He got pushed to the brink, like, while he was out there. So it made sense. He didn't look like a sore loser. He got his comeuppance on Corbin, destroying that whole set. Yeah, so I think both those guys really benefited now from that finals match.
My only hope for Corbin, and I said his in-ring work has been fantastic. Hats off to him. I hope they do not book him like a coward, cowardly heel. He went out there for 4 straight weeks and delivered bangers, won it without any shenanigans, no nothing. Just let him go out there and work. Not no shitty writing, shitty booking, whatever. Just let him go out there and work.
Yeah, don't book him like a coward anymore. You know what I mean? Because he just proved that he can hang.
And because of that, a lot of these 2 matches, I believe, had dueling Baron Corbin chants. They was Corbin Suts, let's go Corbin.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yep.
Yeah. I do want to throw it out there. Everybody's all about him now. Where were y'all, 3 months ago?
Yeah.
Well, I've always said he was
Rob
a
the
good heel,
hipster.
and I've always liked his in-ring work, but...
You have. I'll
there's
give you that.
There's a
So
difference
you're not the guy
between...
I'm talking about. I'm talking about the
I know.
90% that 3 months ago would have been in the Corbin sucks chant. And all
Well,
of a sudden you're
Rob,
about
you,
him.
you son of a bitch bandwagoners.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
well, here's-
Everybody was like, why are you trying to get on Black Baron Corbin? Because he's a man, and you're about to find that out.
I also don't think it was because of anything in-ring or anything like that. I think it was because he was pushed to the top too quick. There's a difference between working your way up through a King of the Ring tournament and showing what you can do instead of pushed straight to a post-summer Universal title matches.
And then you
I don't think it was
get those news
against
outlets.
Corbin. just the spot he was in, I think, was the main problem over the
Valid.
summer.
And you get those news
Yeah.
outlets for like, oh yeah, Vince is high on Corbin because he thinks he's a sex symbol. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so you turn off the whole like your hardcore audience that listens to like the wrestling news and stuff, and you're given right away. You're like, oh Jesus, that's the only reason he's on my TV. Well, fuck him then, you know.
Well, in reality, he was on your TV because they made you hate him, and then he lost the title match. So you're like, yeah, you lost, you suck, man.
You suck,
Just
Corbin. Give end of days to Becky Lynch. Oh my God, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, no, I can't believe you did that.
Yeah,
I can't
think
believe you
he's
did
better.
something that was
Heels
totally
doing heel
scripted
things,
and didn't hurt
man.
anybody.
Heels doing heel things, folks. Calm down now.
Don't know how wrestling works anymore.
Heavy Machinery
Oh, yeah, buddy.
come out and they squashed the B team. Nothing to mention too much here, other than apparently they liked last week that Otis's penis almost fell out of his gear. So they're like, you know what? Let's just take away the shoulder straps altogether, man. We like it when you run around and your body just likes to push clothes off of you. Yeah, let's ride that gamble out, man. You caught that last week, what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like when
Yeah,
he
I
removed the
thought it was so
shoulder
funny.
straps, man, his gear was trying to come off. Like, and they were just like, you know what? Let's just lose the shoulder straps altogether. Come on, man.
Byron over there laughing. Otis got some new gear, and that's when I noticed. I looked. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, I was in the process of setting my my desk up, and yeah, the same thing happened to me. I was like, oh yeah, they really liked what happened last week, apparently, because they're high on some Otis penis is what they want to see
Hey,
right
what?
now.
I mean, the crowd got into it, though. I mean,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
they wanted to see some Otis penis, too, I guess. I
They want to see the caterpillar. Oh my god. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry, man. I promise we'll go ahead and shut the show down now. All right, no more podcasting for
don't know.
us.
They're gonna use
That's the
Otis's
second
stomach
time
like
we've shut
Rikishi's
down
ass.
tonight.
No.
They're gonna use Otis's stomach like Rikishi's ass. And,
Oh my god. No. I love Otis,
But no.
man. No, this is all coming from a good place because I fucking love Otis, dude. Otis is the man.
I do too.
He
I
is
mean,
so charismatic and funny.
like you said earlier, they're trying to. I mean, not exactly the way I do it with squash matches, but they're at least trying to show there's more tag teams than just the New Day and Revival now. So
Yeah, man. I can't wait for Heavy Machinery when they eventually get those titles. I know they have a long ways to go, and they're going to be that plucky underdog team. But damn it, I can't wait for it to happen, man. Then we get the last. Oh, go ahead.
like if you just glance, by the way, like there's a moment in this match where I glanced and Bo Dallas like went to Otis, and I thought it was fucking Tucker. I was like, are we getting a turn? Like if you don't really look at the arms and the muscle wise, just the hair and from behind, they look a lot alike.
What do you mean?
Bo Dallas and Tucker Knight. Like Tucker has bigger money.
You mistake them for each other. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, like it showed Bo from behind, like go to Otis, and I just glanced when it happened, and I thought it was Tucker.
Got
I
you.
was like, what's going on?
Yeah, they wear similar gear. Okay. Oh man. We ended the night on a pretty good note. I'm not gonna lie. Daniel Bryan comes out. He's hurt, man. His friend lied to him. His intellectual peer betrayed him. Daniel Bryan told the crowd, whether you like me or whether it's good or bad, I don't lie to you guys. I liked that. This isn't like a face turn, but it was definitely a face move that he was pulling off tonight. Rowan comes out. Daniel Bryan eggs him on to beat him up. He's like, no matter what you do to me, it's not going to hurt as much as when you lied to me. That got me in the feels, bro. I was like, damn.
That hit me too.
Oh,
Man.
man.
How you gonna say something like that?
Yeah. And Rowan had a moment. He had a moment of hesitation, but his hand was forced when his metal bro Luke Harper came out from behind, jumped Daniel Bryan. The beatdown commences. Boy, this was just a lot of destruction. This just served that these guys are essentially It's probably too early to say, but they're probably going to be like Brothers of Destruction 2.0. I don't know about as dominant as Undertaker and Kane, but that's kind of just what they strike me as body type wise and how
They're going to end up fighting them guys that we were talking about earlier with the subtitles, and nobody in MMA wanted to fight them.
Yeah,
I think this is going to be a good feud.
That would be
it just
cool.
hit me like
that would be a
that's
cool
going to
feud.
happen.
Yeah.
That's got to happen. You're building up Rowan. You got these other two just built up in one promo.
The problem is they'd be like heel versus heel.
Nobody cares about.
I know,
that
but you were right though. It would be such a good. It would be such a good mashup, though. It would be such a good matchup.
I mean, I understand the logic, but I mean, bad guys versus bad guys. Just let them just go.
Yeah.
There's some heel versus heel. I'd love some heel versus heel, but like I mentioned earlier, they got to think about that live crowd. And
there's logic.
You got two teams out there. You got two teams or two superstars. They don't even have to be tag teams. There's just no reaction. So, and I know from home, I do like seeing the crowd into it too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I don't remember what that's like.
So we get a beatdown segment, which is more on the brutal side. They're tearing up the ring apron. They're tearing the mats off the floor. Security comes down. They take the worst of the beating. The security members do, getting body slammed onto concrete, body slammed onto each other.
I wonder how much they got paid per bump.
Oh my god, dude!
Real quick, I can't remember which guy said it, but I do like some longevity. They even plugged that was the same security that Shane brought out earlier.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, man, they should get paid for 2 segments.
Yeah.
Roman comes out to get his
No,
revenge.
they shouldn't get paid for the first one because they kind of botched it.
Yeah, they did botch the hell out of that. That's probably why they got body slammed onto concrete. That was probably just on the fly punishment right there.
You're fired.
Oh god. Oh man, that makes me sad actually thinking about that. That might be real. Roman comes out, not necessarily to save Daniel Bryan, but he's got his own bone to pick with the Metal Bros.
We can't have a show without Roman Reigns.
In a creative spot, Rowan tears down side of the barricade and uses it as a battering ram on Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool, man. I'm not going to lie. And then the beatdown culminated with like a double crucifix bomb or like double razor's edge essentially on Daniel Bryan being put through the commentary table.
And I think it's Tom Phillips got slung. Like one of the commentators got slung and see him over there laying beside the barricade on the other side.
I'll have to rewatch that. I didn't notice that.
I heard Byron and Corey talk after that, but I didn't hear Tom, so I think it was just Tom got slung.
Oh my god. We'll have to reach out to him on Twitter, ask him if he's okay. But no, that was SmackDown, man. SmackDown once again, Raw and SmackDown, easy to digest. My favorite thing about it, story progression and good pacing. It honestly seems like it's been a minute now since we've had a god awful show, which we're knock on wood. Knock on wood, man. But Raw and SmackDown have been on a as far as enjoyment wise, they've been on the rise. Unfortunately, their ratings don't reflect it. But that stuff's not going to happen overnight, man. You shit on your fans for about 3 years straight. You know, like you're going to have to do some more to get our trust back.
The highlight of my week was Rusev.
Rusev with the porn star stash.
Listen, usually I would hate that shit. But that gender review with Titus and freaking Street Profits and Ricochet was hilarious.
I know, Rob, you said you weren't into it.
I'm not. I mean, I didn't see it. Like, I'm sick, guys, so I fell asleep last night. But I'm like, I haven't liked this Marie stuff since like it started. Like, I don't want to see real life marriage problems like in my fantasy world. Like, you're making the guy look like a little bitch. Like, I seriously don't like it. So, I mean, I'm not gonna bitch about it. I'm not gonna moan about it. I'm not gonna fucking tweet and bitch about it. But I don't like seeing it. I don't like seeing it at all.
I'll just vent in the group Twitter,
I don't want to see it.
In the group chat. I'll get it out there.
And then you're gonna sit here and say that this man's baby isn't even his. Like, I don't want to. No, man, that's real life problems. Guys go through that, and it would kill me to go through that. I don't want to see that in my fantasy world. Like, no.
Oh
I don't have a
man.
problem with it.
But
I mean,
that's just me. I mean,
they,
that would shatter my world if that happened to
To
me.
put
Like, I wouldn't want to live anymore.
to put some shine on it, Rob. They did, since you said you didn't see the segment. I'll stick up for it a little bit
I
here
didn't.
because I was saying it on last night's show that they mixed in the comedy real well, and then so that it wasn't just like a cuck angle and that stuff. It wasn't so dramatic. I mean, you had D'Angelo Dawkins after they all panned away, and he was like, "Man, I'm so happy because I thought she was gonna say I was the baby daddy," and then he had Montez Ford was like, "You didn't mean to say that because we're on live television," and he's like, "Yeah, fam, I'm just kidding, man." It's just like it was funny. They danced. I like it.
Ricochet was like, no, it wasn't me. And he pointed to Maria. He's like, I wouldn't do it. And then he's like, well, I would, but.
They
And
danced.
fucking Titus came over there. Buddy, your baby mama's husband talking crap about you. You gotta go meet him in the ring. I just.
It was bad. It was they danced. It was absurd, but they didn't cross the line into cringe. And that's the thing is, I've seen some cringy segments, and they were able to keep this from being cringy, which made it hilarious. And then also,
Yeah.
Rob, you missed the joke where the Street Profits were like, "How do you settle this? Do you get a Maria on a pole match?" And they were like, "Maria on a pole? That's how we got into this problem to begin with."
It was hilarious.
Oh
And,
man.
Look, at the end of the day, they've done a real good job of mixing up with entertainment and in-ring and stuff.
The last couple
And-
weeks, no. The last couple weeks were god awful, Rob, and I'm with you. This week they got that comedy in there just right, man. They were able to keep it absurd, man, but keep it funny.
And these last few months, too, even going back to whether you like it or not, they kind of showed Alexa Bliss with a shirt on it like 8 months ago or whatever. Every once in a while, they bring in an Attitude Era-esque
Yeah.
little segment in here, and this is the kind of stuff you got in Attitude Era every once in a while.
Well, yeah, that's
So
it's Paul Heyman, man. That's the thing that people forget about
Yeah, I
ECW, man. ECW had some jacked up romance angles back in the day. So we're going to get a
Yeah.
couple of those nowadays, too.
And I mean, let's not talk about Test and Triple H and Jericho and
Katie Vick.
That's all,
uh,
that's
Katie
all
Vick.
well and good. And again, I didn't see any of this. Like anybody that listens to us, anybody that talks to me on Twitter knows I'm all about the cringy comedy.
Yeah.
But again, I want to plug
Lucy
that you're
Hut.
joking about the fact that a wife cheated on her husband. Like this is not.
Well, so
not a joking
the
matter.
overarching thing though, Rob, is it's implied that she has not cheated on him. She keeps saying that she's cheated on him because she's trying to motivate him to win in the ring. She's trying to spark a fire in him. Like I promise you, the angle's gonna culminate that she never had
I mean,
an affair.
you're probably right.
Yeah.
You're probably right. It's just like that's
She-
just boundaries. for
Maria
me.
is
Like,
essentially abusing her husband emotionally, which is jacked up. Don't get me wrong. It may
Right.
not be cheating, but it's jacked up. But it's actually not being played like she really had an affair. Because I mean, even after the match with Ricochet, she's like, "Of course I didn't hook up with Ricochet. I'm trying to get you motivated. I'm trying to get you to be a man and fight, And then, of course, she was like, "But the real baby daddy is," and then she had to repeat herself like 4 times because the timing was off. But then Rusev came out, which
Yes,
I am
yes.
telling you
But-
right now,
but-
that is
but
a
you notice
punishment to Lana
every
right
time-
there for running her
every
mouth on
time
Twitter.
he goes out, every time he goes out and like loses, is after she makes him look like a little bitch trying to motivate.
Yeah,
him.
they
You're
called
making
this,
him lose.
man. It's a cuck. They're trying, and they actually said it.
I know.
They called him a beta cuck, because when Rusev came out, Mike was like, "Okay, I've had it. Rusev, if you really are the baby daddy, I'm happy for you guys. I'm out of here. All right." Just trying to run.
He was just scared of Rusev. He knew his ass was kicked. Like, you don't matter how mad he is, Rusev's kicking his ass.
Oh man, yeah. It was.
But no,
Rob, I see where
I
you're
get
coming
it.
from, man. I see where you're coming from because there are probably people where they had like real life trauma around similar situations, and then WWE making light of it probably isn't going to make those people feel too
That's my
well.
argument.
No, I get you.
I can't find it funny. You can add Uchiha into this segment, and I will frown at you. I don't like it. I don't like bringing marriage cringe into my fantasy world. This is what we're trying to get away from.
I hear you, man. Hey, look, different folks, different strokes, man. That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that argument. Me personally, I mean, it's kayfabe. It's they're on-screen characters. You saw this all the time back in the Attitude Era, and that's continuously what people say is the best era of all
Triple H
time.
date raped freaking Stephanie McMahon and married her. You know. Like,
yeah. What about when Stephanie was on the Undertaker cross? Random memory fire. I got to do one of the show.
You had Triple H out there pretty much called Stephanie McMahon's vagina the Great Canyons on a lot. I mean,
yeah.
So,
I mean, that's what happens. You're Triple H.
Yeah.
Saying, look at you.
But anyways, guys, that's our show. Thank you for tuning in. Oh my God! Make sure to tune
Have
in.
a nice day. Attitude Era.
Oh my gosh! Tune in tomorrow when Vince and Sebastian and who's the third member? Kevin.
Kevin, I'm for sure.
Yeah. Cover NXT and the debut USA episode the debut episode of NXT on USA along with 205 Live. And then make sure to tune in with us, I believe, Sunday, because we're recording Saturday. We'll be covering our top 10 Hell in the Cell matches. Myself and Vince and Sebastian. I believe it's us three that are doing that, right?
I won't be part of that, but Undertaker Mankind, number one.
It's not Vince. It's me, me, Sebastian, and Colin. What was that, Rob?
Undertaker Mankind, number one.
Number one for Rob. You heard it here, folks.
If y'all have a different number one, y'all fired.
I'm going to change the passwords tonight, Rob. But
I don't remember him anyway.
I know, right? That was funny. That was funny when you said that.
I'm just a few in, and I already got Cactus Jack and Triple H here. Just a spoiler.
Yeah, man.
I haven't seen any, so
There's
I can't
so
really
many
say
good
that.
ones.
But even if I did, Undertaker Mankind, number one.
But once again, you guys, like I said, thank you guys for joining us. Tune in next time. Bye.
Did Triple H have a tooth in his nose? Just asking.